Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to update you on a few things that we've been doing around the homestead, and also I have somebody to introduce you to. So first, since I was inside, I wanted to show you guys the rest of my garden starts that I have right now. And I'll show you how the garden's going right now, which is, it needs a lot of work. I have a lot to do. And I feel really behind as far as gardening, but I'm going to show you the starts and this awesome light that I picked up for 32 bucks at an auction. I'm super excited, and so far it's working so good. So anyways, so let me show you these starts. I've got tomatoes, peppers, all the things, so I'll show you those. So here is the sweet light setup that I got. If you've seen my garden seed video, then you've seen that I had bought this. And I got it hooked up here, and I'm able to set a tray right here, but I have taken them outside, so I no longer need that. And I am about to have to raise this light, so it's pretty cool. These have like a little turn dial on them, and you can raise the lights as you need to, and they each have 2 bulbs in them. So, and they came with these trays, but I put my black tray in there too so that I don't have to carry these out and risk breaking them, because I wouldn't want to have to replace those. But it's pretty awesome. I'm so lucky to have found that and got that. But look at my tomato starts are looking great. I've got, these are the classic beefsteak, and the Brandywines start here, and I got the Brandywine tomatoes there. Let's see, over here I've got these in backwards. What are they? Oh, these are all some Amish paste, a bunch of Amish paste, and some Romas, and I think one more thing, Yeah, these are Amish paste. And then I've got the jalapenos and the sweet peppers there. And down here we've got, these are much younger starts going, and I'm about to have to raise the light again. I got more sweet peppers, yellow squash, zucchini, and I restarted a couple things of the amazing cauliflower, because all of my cauliflower, the amazing cauliflower was not so amazing and it died. So I figured I'd try and start the rest of the seeds and see what happens. And then I've got some watermelon coming up back there. And let's see, over here are all the cucumbers. So I got a couple rows of munchers. The Marketmore 76 is not coming up yet, so if those don't come up, I'll just transfer the extras. As you see, I got lots of seeds in here. I'll transfer extras to these and just have more of the other kinds. I think these were seeds from 2019, so the seeds might be bad. I don't know. But then these are tender greens, straight 8s, and more straight 8s. So maybe I'll do more, transfer some of the tender greens and maybe munchers or something over to here if the Marketmores don't come up. So that is what we've got going on in here. So let's go outside and I'll show you what's been happening out there. I've still got these guys that need to be planted. These are all of my cabbage that I had left. These are the cauliflower, sorry. But these are the amazing cauliflower, and as you can see, they are not looking amazing. These ones, some of them died, so, but there's the rhubarb that I still haven't picked out a spot for. But the early cauliflower is looking all right, and I need to get those planted, but I'll go and show you the state of my garden. So last week was my birthday, about last week sometime. Anyway, so last weekend we went to a greenhouse on my birthday, and we got tons of new stuff to plant. So we've got these, we got grapes, we got 2 pear trees. And that's all they had. They had pear, cherry, and peach. Actually, we got peaches, not pears. We want pears, but they had peaches, cherries, and plums. And we thought about plums, but decided not to get them for right now because we really want apple trees. But so we got 2 peach trees and 3 blueberry bushes and 4 grapevines. So let me show you those. Super excited. We've already planted the trees and the blueberries, but we haven't got the grapes in the ground yet. But I'll show you kind of what we're planning on, where we're gonna plan on putting them, but check them out. So here they are. Here's the grapes that we got. We got 2 Concord grapes and 2 of these ones, the Catawba. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but that and Concord. Yeah, there we go, the Concord grapes. So looking nice. This one's actually grown a lot in the week. So they've just been sitting out here in the sun and in the rain and stuff. But so we're planning on putting them by the garden. So I'll show you. It rained all night long, so everything looks really wet and pretty. Chickens are enjoying their new home, and the garden is looking like more grass than anything. I'm really struggling with it, doing it all by myself, and I still don't have all the rows raked up, and I've got a lot of grass in there now, so it's going to be a lot of work. I feel behind and stressed out about it, but we started cutting down a bunch of trees. You can see we've got all the limbs here that we're going to burn, and because we're clearing up by the road all the sumac and all the garbage stuff that we don't want up there. And over there in that forest there, we had a bunch of dead stuff and leaning trees, so my husband cut those down and we're turning those into fence posts. They're going to be the corner posts for the garden fence. So we're going to extend the fence a few feet past where you see the grass line. And then so that I can get a wheelbarrow around in there. And then at the end of the fence going up the hill will be where we're going to plant the grapevines. So they'll have full sun, and they shouldn't block anything of the garden, and they can just grow up the garden fence on this side. So I'm not sure if we're going to put them on the inside of the fence or outside of the fence, but we'll see. I'll show you guys that when we do that. And this is the state of the garden. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5.5 rows shoveled up so far. Probably about 4 more rows. I think 4 more rows to shovel up, and you can see the grass is growing like crazy. So depressing. But I did weed the onions and cauliflower. The second row looks really good because I just did that, but I still have a lot of work to do on that. But the onions, I can't complain too much because the onions are looking amazing. As you can see, there's a lot of grass. So yesterday morning, I tried a homemade DIY weed killer around the border right here. You can see it worked pretty well. I'll probably apply more. But it was just the mixture of vinegar, salt, and dish soap. Did a pretty good job, didn't harm the onions. So sprayed that on. I want to keep the grass at bay. It's really hard in a first-year garden, and I was really rushed, so I didn't get to put down any tarps or anything to kill. Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with, but that's okay. Here are the cabbages so far, looking lovely. Some of them got killed off by slugs, and I had extras that I kept alive after I planted. So, which is this first one. The first spot here was killed off, and I had an extra that I planted there. That's why it's smaller. But these are the Dutch cabbage, and then these are the other variety, the early cabbage. So these ones are newer. And then we got these 4. So you can tell that one's got a couple holes in it, not a big deal. And then the rest of the row is nice and weed free, but look at the third row. Oh my goodness, it's a nightmare. But here's the onions. These are the copra onions, doing awesome. Some of them have like 6 stalks or whatever you call them. Super excited. I think I've got about 340 onions here that are left alive and growing and looking awesome. So those are the copra, and then right here the what do you call them? Where's the tag? Red Zeppelins. I always forget the name. So these are the Red Zeppelins, and they have about the same amount of stalks on them as the copra, but they're so much bigger. But those are looking good. I weeded this earlier this week, so a lot of the grass has come back. It is still way better than it was. It's kind of an ongoing battle. And then down here at the end, I put the broccoli. So I've never been successful at growing broccoli. They always get eaten or swarmed by those white flies and stuff. But so far, these are looking pretty good. I did have a couple die right here. But look at that one's looking good. It's really big. That one's got a few holes in it. So I think I've got 9 broccoli growing. Pretty decent looking. Hopefully I can at least get one, because I've never been successful. But that's the state of the garden. Oh, it looks so bad. It's really hard. So hopefully this weekend my husband will be able to help me get this garden whipped into shape and stuff. But so last weekend we put up a little 1-wire fence for our heifer calf Delia. And we have this kind of drive that goes up the hill and into our hayfield, and it's on a hill, and so not fun to mow, for one. For two, we have all this land and no riding lawnmower. We have a push mower, so that's not very cool. And so I thought, man, we should really fence this off. Look at all this great animal food. So we did. We went ahead and put 4 T-posts in right here down the tree line, and we've got raspberries growing on the outside of it, so we didn't put it right into the tree line. We brought it over a little bit so that they don't get into the raspberries and stuff. But just a single line with 4 T-posts, and then we put a gate down here that goes across and connects to the electric fence. And then same thing at the top. We have 2 wires though that come and connect to the electric fence up there, so they have a little place here on the hill that they can eat all this grass. We only let Delia out here for maybe 20-30 minutes one night when we first put it up, and she hasn't been out here since. So, but we've had lots going on, and so that's really exciting. And actually on the other side of the pastures we have the same thing. We have a hill with a drive that goes up to the pasture and the hayfield over there. So we plan on putting a gate there kind of at the bottom and a gate at the top, and making kind of a runway. We're going to fence it to the edge of the property where I tapped those maples over there last in the early spring, late winter. And so we're going to fence that all the way to the property line over there, and just have a gate at the front and the back so we can still drive through, and so that we can have it closed off and stuff when I'm tapping for maple syrup over there. But then it's just such long, luscious grass that we felt like we're wasting all this feed, since our cows are 100% grass fed. We are trying to maximize our space as much as possible. So that side's gonna take a little bit more work and a little bit more finagling, because we'll need to add a gate over there to get access for the cows, and we need a fence by the road, or put a gate by the road and things like that. So we want to get a metal tube gate for that. But it's all in the making. We've still got the old chicken coop right here. We got to take down that ugly fence on it. And I'm looking at getting a new door, and we're considering a couple things. Probably either turning it into a garden shed and making it look prettier, since it's right here by the garden. or possibly a greenhouse, just a tiny little greenhouse, kind of stripping it down to the studs and putting up the greenhouse material on it, or using it as a garden shed and building on a greenhouse to the side of it. So everything's kind of in the making, but let's check out the chickens. They're super enjoying their new house. The coop is super awesome, and people have stopped by and said how much they like it and how cute it is. It is super cute. So check it out if you didn't see that video. So here's how our new coop turned out. It's super pretty, and the girls are really liking it. And we got it fenced off. This is just a 4-foot fence, and we clipped one of their wings when we first put them in here just to make sure. But in our last house we had the same size fence, and they never tried to get over it. So I've got my water that I made out here, and they're doing an awesome job at raking the ground up. They got all these leaves that were piled up behind the barn, and they got it all spread out and eating the grass down because the grass is super tall. They like to be underneath there. But Sweetie, and that's Amber. And we still call the 4 Isa Browns our newborns, even though they're not newborns. But look at the ground, how they've been tilling this up. Still got lots of grass, and I need to weed eat under the electric fence there because I can hear it snapping, shorting out on those weeds. Well, there's Scarlett and Barry Sanders. Hi, Barry. And another newborn, Isa Brown. And Daisy under there. They've got all the rabbit stuff all drug out. But Holly, our new mommy, Holly, that you guys, if you've seen my other video, you've probably seen her little babies. She looks hot. It's humid today. And there's Thumper. Hi, buddy. He's so big and so friendly. But yesterday we went and got a new addition, but it was totally unplanned. But we got offered Delia's mom. Delia was just weaned before we brought her home, and the people decided that they wanted to switch from jerseys and add some brown Swiss to their herd. So they're keeping some of their jerseys. I'm not sure how many cows they have, but they also have sheep and chickens and ducks and all the things that belong on a homestead. But they want to try out some brown Swiss, and they found one, and we're excited. And so they gave us, I'm not sure, they gave us a steal of a deal on Delia's mom, and we were excited to bring her home. So Delia was reunited with her mom last night. They'd been drying her up because they didn't need her milk. So we're just letting Delia nurse and bring back her milk supply naturally. And yeah, so we've got just Delia and her mom here, and Samson's on the other side. And probably within the next month or so, we will put her with the bull to see if we can get them to breed. So let's check her out. She's so pretty. She does have a small 5th teat. It's so tiny, and it's right on the back of her udder that you can't even notice it now. You might notice it more when her milk comes in, but the people said that it never affected her feeding her calf, and they were milking her both by hand and machine milking her and never had any problems. So I'm not concerned about it, and we'll see how it goes. Of course, I'll always check it, and if it does have milk, which I think it does, I think it did, I'm not sure, but we'll just dry it up, and I'll keep it clean and keep an eye on it like any other. And but she's super friendly. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's so amazing. So check her out. All right, there's baby Delia and her mommy. So I'm not sure if we settled 100% on a name, but I think her name is going to be Deloris. Hey, Mama. She's super friendly. She always comes up to us. I mean, we got her home last night, and then we watched them for a while and then just left them alone. But she's got one horn on her other side. There it is. She's got one horn. I'm not sure what her story is, what her past was. We don't really know much about her other than she came from Wisconsin. And yeah, I'm not even sure how many calves she's had. Hey, Delia. But baby Delia's doing good. Mommy's doing good. I think they're happy to be back together. She's so sweet. Are the flies bugging ya? Man, I can hear the fence shorten out all the way over here. But she almost immediately started nursing on her mommy last night. They ran around the pasture a bit. Mommy explored the fence line and everything and met Samson from across the fence. There's Samson, our Dexter bull, if you didn't know. But they're just separated here, but they can nose each other and sniff each other, and they can go in the barn, and we just have a metal pipe gate between there that they can say hello to each other. Got the rabbits and chickens, so everybody's near each other. But hey, Deloris, is that gonna be your name? She's so pretty, but she's super friendly. We just love her so much already. Can't wait to start milking her. You need some fly spray or something, huh? It's so humid today. It's been raining all night, and it's really humid. But hey, Mama. Poor girl, covered in flies. You got lots of flies. But I'll keep you guys updated on her, and I'll show you guys the first time that I milk her. But she's so sweet. She went right in the trailer last night too, without hesitation. She just walked right in, and we have a tiny, tiny 2-horse trailer is what we picked up. And we had the center taken out. Otherwise, there was no way she would fit. But they've got some hay in the barn. They've got water in there and minerals in there. And then we've got all 3 of our pastures over the hill open, so they've got access to 3 fields this morning so that she could check it out. Are you guys saying hi? Saying hi to Samson? So I almost forgot to show you guys an update of the baby bunnies. I think today they're 12 days old. Mama's sitting in there. Do you want some grass? Can I see your babies? Hi, Holly. Here's the babes. Oh, there we go. 2 of them have the white spot on their head just like Mommy. And the one that doesn't seems to be the biggest. Man, it's a hot day today. So they're kind of over having fur on them. But, oh, you can see his head with the white mark, or her. We haven't sexed them yet. So there they are. They got their eyes open. They're so big. But I think that's about all of the updates for today, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed meeting Deloris, the new cow. And make sure that you subscribe and follow me on Instagram, because I post lots of pictures on there of the cows and the land and everything. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.